And welcome back to Ballydorn. This tractor has done us well, but you know what? We are going to be trading her in. And I have to say, these weird rogue collisions with this tractor are getting kind of old. So I'm glad we're going to be trading her in today. I sold sawmill. That's where the $61,000 came from. We had, I don't know what, 30-some thousand dollars last time we were together. And that was when we had the sawmill. We're going to return all of this equipment. We're not going to be able to afford Forest. Forest is $70,000 and $81,000 respectively. Got a whopping $61,000. That's again because we sold sawmill area and we got $27,000 back. So yeah, I don't know what this thing's got going on with it, but it just randomly has some weird collision job to it. We're going to return it. And there we go. We've returned everything. And then what we're going to do, we're going to buy ourselves a Dutes Farm. So we used this particular tractor quite a bit in a Polish multiplayer game quite a while ago. I'm going to add front weight to it. Yep, let's add a big front weight to it. Add front loader attacher. And let's bump it up to 143 horsepower. So this is about the cheapest 143 horsepower tractor we're going to find. 30-some thousand dollars. And we're going to invest in this tractor. We're going to buy it right here. We're also going to invest in some loader arms. I'm going to go with the Super Ones. $1,000. Let's put the little holes in them. Gonna buy those. What do we own those? And here is our new tractor. Other than the front loader clipping through the front weight a little bit, not too bad. I like these loader arms because they've got a bit more mechanical nature to them. Hey, Brian, GoldenEye, Farmer, Anthony, Chevy, Mouse, Eggs, how is everybody? Blue Fox. So there we go. Now, take a look here at our contracts. We're still going to be busy doing contracts. We've got some fertilized contracts that have popped up here. Let's go ahead and well, start working those. Field 49, 20, and 22. 49, 20, and 22. 49, 20. Here's 22, 20, and 49 is way over here. Let's do 20. We can accept that contract because we now have our own fertilizer spreader. That is leased. Still, we've got that. Hey, old man Crow, how you doing? So our fertilizer spreader, as I said, is still east. That's okay. Don't really have that much time on it. This tractor is a lot faster than the other one. A lot more powerful. We'll be good to go. What did I say? Field 20. Whoa! Alright, Hill Farm. Do I mod? I do not mod. I have no time to mod. I'm too busy playing. You'll find that most modders play very little. Farm flipping. I thought UMRV was a decent map in 17. It had its issues. It was never a real full release. Always. The most recent release was still technically a beta release. I have no idea about the conversion into 17. I have no real interest to download and look at it. I played the entire UMRV map in 17. I really don't have much interest in getting back to that map at all. Hey Caleb, what's up? Here's field 20. Fertilizing this field and earning some cash. Yeah, I think we played UMRV multiplayer 24-day seasons We played the entire map, farmed every field from spring to late autumn. Live streamed just about every minute of it. Well, Farmer Sprat, I have to say that I really have pretty much stopped making map recommendations because of the fact that there's just people just have too many preferences. I can think of lots of maps that I would like to play. I have no idea, one, what type of role play you want to do. Two, or do you like big fields? Do you like small fields? Do you like square fields? Do you like irregular fields? Do you like flat maps? Do you like hilly maps? Inevitably, a map I would suggest someone to come back and go, yeah, but I don't like square fields. Well, you never said that. Or, oh, I don't like maps that are flat. Well, you never said that. Hey, Darren, what's up? I say go to my playlist, go to my first impressions playlist, look at the thumbnails because the thumbnail is going to have the PDA. Pick a PDA that interests you and watch the video, and then go from there as to if you think it would be a good map for whatever you have in mind. Well, then get Medicine Creek if you want something like No Creek. Of course, Medicine Creek's got its interesting design choices that some people may or may not agree with. I'll take that money. Thank you very much. That's off the field 22. Well, 22 is technically over here. Just going to completely ignore edges and reality. I'll tell you, I'm waiting on... I got a couple maps that I'm really excited about. Really excited about Alien Jim's working on a new map called No Man's Land. It looks to be a kind of a rustic starter map, but maybe a place your own starter map, build your own map, if you will, placeable of just about everything. So that map's got me kind of interested in maybe a multiplayer challenge gameplay. I've got interest in an American 4X map called Midtown USA 4X, whatever. It is going to be a continuation or an expansion of the standard size Midtown USA from 17. That one looks rather interesting. I've got my I Spy a Map Eye on the update to Hof-Bergman. I've got interest in those maps for sure. Yep, Medicine Creek, you go to the map author's Facebook, and all the information on how to download it is going to be found there. This is going to be problematic. Cruise on. Ah, yes. Update to Slovak Village. That's a nice map. Even before the update, for sure. There's tons of maps out there. My playlist alone is probably, what, over 150 at this point? And I've really taken a break from really diving into and exploring maps. Hey Carla, what's up? Thanks for joining us in chat. And speaking of map videos, 127. Soon to be 128. After this live stream, I'll be uploading Goldcrest Valley. Didn't get that video done until probably about an hour ago. And my internet typically takes about double the video duration to upload. So that particular video was about 40 minutes long. So there just wasn't enough time to upload that for the live stream. I'll be uploading that after the live stream. Welcome another 5 grand. That's the easiest 10 grand I've ever picked up. All right. Go back and get ourselves some more fertilizer and head over across the ferry. Oh no! Really don't like left-hand traffic. Hey Charlie, what's up? Oh, that's good. This map is PC, yes. JBFSC. That's an interesting name there. I really advise not playing Goldcrest Valley at this point. Got some problems. It needs a lot of care. It's pretty straightforward, Farmer Sprat. I pretty much tell you in the video how to get it. You go to his Facebook, it's pinned, You get the download link from the pinned message. There's several, and I point out many of these random, sometimes floating, sometimes half-buried triggers that are just out in the middle of nowhere. There's the digester at the BGA is visually missing, but the collision is there and the triggers are there, but the visual part of the model is gone. There's some interesting texture things going on along the sides of the roads. The dump stations are too high, so you're probably going to have hard times driving over them. There's one dump station that is nearly impossible to use based on how it's been pieced together. There's no animals on the map. There's no sell point for eggs. There's no sell point for milk. Of course, you can, place those things if you want, but there's no farmhouse, sleep trigger. Of course, you can place that on your own if you want. Farm is pre-placed. You can't sell any of that. Hey, Farmer John, you've got another hour and 40 minutes of stream left. Plenty of time for me to crash into stuff. Oh no. So what we did do to catch you up is we traded in our old Ursus and bought this Dutz. So we are now the proud owners of this Dutz Far tractor in the clear. We also own the front loader. We don't own any attachments at the moment. We're still leasing the Fert spreader. Probably trade that in and buy it here soon. Now we're able to get around the map a lot faster. Don't have issues with the rogue random collisions. Trying to get to ride the ferry again. Who's excited about that? So someone asked, after the last live stream, why did I keep turning the ferry around versus just driving it forwards and backwards? Well, this is why. One, visually your dude is standing in the forward direction because you see the impeller. Two, driving in the backward direction, everything is backwards. So to go left, I have to turn right. To go right, I have to turn left. And now, while I do have the intellect to be able to comprehend that, it just visually looks weird with the dude facing backwards. Now, thankfully, this does go the same speed forward and backwards. Oh, horn. You should sound the horn when we go through, right? Oh, there's no paintable grass also. That would be Goldcrest Valley. That's right, there's only one speed, full throttle. It is raining. We don't let rain slow us down here. Go. So too bad I don't have forks. I could bring a bale back. Remember, we got some silage bales down here. From that silage contract. Hey, Johan, what's up? If you all are interested in watching a Medicine Creek roleplay series, let's just go check out a guy named Kerbo. Doing a pretty decent Medicine Creek roleplay video series. He's got some old Chevys. Driving an old case tractor. Now, hopefully when we fast forward the night, hopefully I took the daily maintenance off of the ferry. Oh, that'd be pretty cool, Darren. Hey, Fort Ninja, what's up? Fertilizer contracts are good, easy money. Fast money, too. There's the road. Don't fall in the water. Trust me, it's a long drop. Oh, are you kidding me? There we go. Hey, Hoot, what's up? Yeah, it makes a start from scratch, real scratch, gameplay a lot easier. I'll look forward to the harvests. We can reap the rewards of the excess crop also. Then we should be able to buy some land next year. The water planes, oh, they've already met over there. There's two water planes that meet over here, and they both go at different directions. So you can kind of imagine like different currents are coming together and meeting. Now if we could just get like wakes, have a wake on the boat, that would be cool. let's see, how much is this FERT spreader? $9,000. I think we can keep leasing it for a little bit longer. Oh, crash. Ah, indestructible table trick. Oh, what do I think of that DLC? Well, I think they added a John Deere on there so the John Deere fanboys would feel obligated to have to buy it. Other than that, I think it's just a giant weeder. Everything else we already have. So it's just another giant air cart seeder. 3 different seeders from 9 meters to 30 and a half. 2 different air carts. One that's a little bit smaller than the Seed Hawk and one that's bigger than the Seed Hawk. We got like a 30-meter weeder. Property maintenance. I don't own any. Well, I do own property. All right, field 32. We could do a couple transport. I gotta get a trailer. What kind of fun trailer mods do we have? Get these in a flatbed. Oh, I can. $5,800. $7,700. Oh, $6,700. $5. Or $8,000. There, but then I have to buy the truck. It holds 15,000 liters. $6,700. All right, this is the trailer. Trailer we're gonna buy. Dude's far green. Where is it? What? What? Oh, there's my tractor. Go. metal, black. That's ugly. So, utilitarian. Utilitarian. Forks. Never leave home without them. Screw. Oh. It's true. I mean, if you're gonna play with a 9R like that, you want one that's decently optimized. You know, it feels like, I mean, it's kind of like the McCormick Cotton DLC, where they put a bunch of McCormick round bale cotton implements and trailers in a DLC just to sell a John Deere round bale cotton baler. Now I get it, there are round bale balers that do cotton, and farmers have them and use them. It seems a bit cheap. So basically, charge to just add a very expensive round cotton baler and a handful of cotton bale handling equipment, and then call it the John Deere Cotton Pack, when there's only one piece of John Deere equipment versus 5 pieces of McCormick equipment. Really, you get the John Deere round baler because you need it for the 5 pieces of McCormick equipment in the pack. Did they really go out and license McCormick and that equipment just for the purpose of being able to offer you a John Deere cotton baler? Seems a bit much. What I call a quick connect. All right, let's do the visitor center. Now let's figure out where we go. Oh, there's that. That's the pickup. And there's the drop off. Back across the ferry we go. You know, the big bud pack made sense. Okay, you got this massive tractor, 1,100 horsepower. And then you got a whole bunch of massive equipment that needed a lot of horsepower. And at that point, really, the quad track was the only other thing in game as far as console level that had that type of horsepower to have any sort of chance of pulling most of that equipment. So you had to have this big bud, okay, new brand, massive horsepower, big tractor to pull this big farm machinery in general. Now lots of the pack you could use other big tractors to do, but one really matched and paired up well with the other. The giant equipment in this new DLC, you know, the case quad track will work, the big bud will work, possibly even the New Holland T9 will work. You know, did they set out a year and a half ago to say, let's keep this 9R back because maybe we can sell it. Maybe we can make money by selling it with a DLC later. We just need to land some big ag equipment shop that sells big ag equipment. Let's pretend that was a real conversation that was had. How many gamers would be overly upset to discover that they had deliberately withheld the 9R for a year and a half because they had every intention of monetizing it in a future DLC? Just saying. Wouldn't that be an interesting conversation? But I mean, you know, my general gameplay isn't that big of machinery, so it doesn't really affect me. I might figure a way of using it a couple times. I mean, I'm really more into medium-sized to small-sized fields and gameplay. I mean, the video they put out on YouTube to announce it didn't even include the 9R. It included the tracked John Deere. It included this. Where is it? Is it even in here? It included this. Why didn't they include the 9R? The other one. Instead, they included this one, which only goes to 420 horsepower to begin with. Uh-oh. Well, here's where the two water planes meet. Kind of an interesting visual. Kind of get this weird vertigo sense initially, but then you also get this kind of maybe idea that there's two different currents meeting. I guess I never got that far in the video. I lost interest. I forgot that was a dolly trailer. And then it's just one pallet. All that for one pallet. Oh, I could get the bales, couldn't I? Good suggestion. Crash the ferry in the dock. Pick that up in a little bit. Yeah, the timing to delay was a good decision. Why be one of the last games released on the last gen consoles, then be one of the first-ish games released on the next gen consoles? Well, we will have to get those bales out from under the water. Over here. Yep, we gotta go fishing for some bale. Remember, we had 2 go down in the water. Oh, thanks for the like, John. Well, good thing we're not feeding it to our critters. Oh. Where are those bales at? There they are. Hey, there's a bird under the water too. 2 birds under the water. They're not penguins. They're gonna drown. I got the snorkel attachment. Alright, let's see if we can't climb the wall here somewhere. See a land bridge somewhere around here. But you never knew I was under the water. We climb this. Is the Dude's Farm mule. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That there, fine gentlemen, is how you recover your bales. This is what I call the ultra realistic series, where we go where no farmer has gone before. Oh, don't you think you're getting away there, Marshmallow? I see you. Oh, I missed. There we go. Well, the Ferry mod requires the water drowning feature to be disabled. So as a result, oh well, we can do things like that. Off we go. Now we have our bales. We've got our pallet. We'll be able to sell those once they become silage. Ah, well, what's the nice part is, part where the ferry is the shallow end. That's why you don't want to drive off the non-buoy side. As you can see, it drops off. On both sides. We talked about last stream, the trick with the ferry is it's really just rolling on invisible wheels. So there's no concept of it actually floating. So it's just driving on the ground under the water plane. So if we drove this to where the ground was lower, it would sink. All right. Where do we need to go? We need to go... Oh, okay. I know where that is. Don't you know the saying there, Chevy? Nothing beats a Ford through the dump. I never would have known. And somehow that trip underwater has left our tractor dirty. Oh, here we go. Oops. All right. Bamboo house. Oh, we gotta go to Fred's house. Press the bamboo house. Don't be across the river again. Oh, way down here. Hey, good boy, what's up? Let's go stage these bales somewhere. Then we'll empty your trailer. Oh no! Not more bad news. Pillsbury crescent rolls, cinnamon buns. Alright, we're not going to sell them because they're still grass. We're going to drop them over here. So we can sell them later. Whoa! That there is too close to the trigger. Just lost a bale. And then there were only 4. I'm thinking it's a monster truck show. Either that or truck and tractor pull. I doubt they have a midgets race track there. Quarter midgets. That'd be interesting. American farmer goes and races quarter midgets. Give me a shortcut. Alright, not really. Oh no, truck. There are roads trying to get you. That's not good. Not good to hear, doughboy. I think it's down here by this restaurant bar area. Oh, it's just one pallet again. Fred's house must have ordered like a case of Irish whiskey or something. 4 cases. Hey, he's gonna pay us $900 to deliver it. Yeah, Shane, here in Virginia, it would be, well, the employer has a right to terminate you anytime you want. Gotta take this to Fred's house. I mean, other than things protected by federal statute, or in the rare instance, state statute like maternity leave. But maternity leave only really protects the woman for like, what, 8 weeks? 12 weeks? 6 weeks? Something. And it's not guaranteed paid leave. You gotta use your saved leave. Oh, down here. I don't know if I'd really want to live here at Fred's house. I mean, I think you'd have to worry about high and low tide. All right, pay up. 35. How big is field 35? Ooh, that's a big one. How many bales? You'd get a lot of bales off of that darn field. I don't really know if I want to do that. Even though it's double my money. Yeah, here's field 35. User. Let's see what it would cost us. We were to lease a square baler. $5,300. $3,000. Then we would need to mow it. Another 5,000. I don't think it's worth it. 27,000 for this field. It's not worth it. Oh no. Wrap bales? Big silage bale. I wish it would show you all the equipment. Now, Pennsylvania should be pretty heavy on the, I would think Pennsylvania would favor the laborer. From what I understand. Definitely worth talking to somebody. Talking never hurts anybody, right? The only people talking hurts are those that are overly sensitive already. And the overly sensitive, they probably got offended just with the idea of having to talk to someone. So you're not going to offend them anymore. Hey, Scooter. Hey, Roderick, what's up? Well, boy, this is the ultra realistic series. Ooh, we got a combo. That's a square baler, son. And that's a bale trailer. This contract just got worth it. This is the... Alright, that's the input. See if this has got enough juice. Drive this monstrosity. Yeah, of course, you don't want to go back. The last thing you want to do is go back to a place that wrongfully terminated you. And what you really want to hope for is some sort of dispensation of time. Like, let's say 2 months pay or something like that. 2 months pay and a payout of any unpaid leave. Alright, just for Doughboy's sake, we won't go through the hedge. We'll see if this tractor has enough juice. Run this merge max and mower giddy up. No, don't open that. Oh, this is stuck now. Drop that down. And I want to change direction, not driving direction. Up. I want to shoot it to the right. The line. Down. On. I think I want to shoot it to the right. The only question is, can I pull the hill with this contraption? I mean, this field should give me lots of free silage bales. Oh no, I'm slowing down already. Then the plan is on the next pass to flip everything to the left, and that'll then merge this width and the next width into one windrow. So to do silage with or without seasons. You're required to sell a certain percentage of the bales, 95% technically of what the field is calculated to be able to produce. So, field this size, I should probably end up with a good dozen to 20 bales left over. If the field is defined properly, you'll end up with extra, yeah. If the field is small, then you could run the risk of it not really working out in your favor. But if you're playing without seasons, you mow grass, you bale it, and then you use a wrapper to wrap it. Then after the bale is wrapped, it is silage. If you are playing with seasons like we are, then you do the same process. You mow it as grass, you bale it, you wrap it, but you have to let it wait and sit. You have to let it ferment for a period of time. And that period of time depends on the number of days of seasons you have selected. Alright, come on. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flip. Pull up our F1 menu, lift the merger, we turn it off. Change the direction from middle to left. Lower it back down, let's turn it on. And now we dump everything out to the left. Now we're making a massive windrow of everything we cut on the first pass and everything we cut on the second pass. The merger is real cool. It was part of the Coon pack in Coon DLC in Farm Sim 17. Doesn't get used a lot because it's kind of expensive, kind of a big horsepower requirement. But it's a very versatile windrower because you can either move everything, merge it to the left or the right, or dump it down the middle. If we had a bigger tractor that we owned, I would dump it down the middle, then set our other tractor to use Follow Me to basically bale as we were cutting. I could cut in windrow down the middle with this and use the smaller tractor to bale, but I don't think it has the horsepower to run that big square baler. Yeah, I can see that, Doughboy. Kind of lose your motivation, lose the mojo. Hey, Eagle, what's up? Oh, I'm doing all right. Got about another 20 minutes on this. Come on, let's go up the hill. Alright, so let's go back here. Let's change this to right. Up and down. Is it realistic? No. Do we care? No. Clean that bit up later. Merger kind of working. At least this tractor's big enough you can see the front side mowers. Minty fresh. I don't watch it, but this is an Irish map, so it's somewhat based on the real area of Ballydorn. About 2 years ago, I think I saw a real merger in action. I was kind of surprised to see it. It was out windrowing chopped. I don't know what it was. Chopping something. Green in the field. Right to the left. Oh. There we go. No, it was like oats or wheat or something. They cut it tall, but it was green. And they were merging it and basically chopping it. So yeah, we got 2 windrows, and we've covered a fair bit of ground. It'll just save us the number of passes on the baler, since we're not limited by the amount of content we can put into the baler. It'll just spew out bales faster. Means less trips around the field for picking up bales and everything. The only downside is it's a little bit slower. I don't know if it's necessarily half as slow. Well, it's how we learn, right? Learn by experience. So I don't think we're going to be able to, we're definitely not going to finish this contract tonight. I don't think we're going to finish mowing the field tonight. We'll be back on Thursday. That should be going to the right now. Yep. Well, boy, the way I see it is if everyone modded, then no one would be playing the game. Because lots of modders barely ever play. Alright, catch you later, Farmer John. So fine. I have just 2 more rounds. So we might get this whole field mowed before we leave. So I will be uploading a first impressions of Goldcrest Valley after the stream. I'm going to set it to basically go public in probably about 3 hours from now. For me, that's going to be in the wee hours of the AM. Didn't get that video done in time to get it uploaded before the stream. That'll be coming out soon. Tomorrow is going to be Wednesday, so we will have ourselves another Emerald Coast. Tell you, the drought concerns are over. Well, you'll have to tune in and find out, but it was hopefully tasteful. Oh, you got hate mail? There's always haters. Yeah, it should. Yeah, 5 stars. Well, this is what happens, and I'm pretty confident in this conclusion. Anything that's released for console players will download it and instantly give it a 5 stars because it's available for console. And then later people will come in and actually decide if it's good or not and basically give it other ratings. But anything that's available for console will have its rating skewed to the high end. Like, for example, Stone Valley. Nancy Boy announced he was going to give up modding because he felt that Stone Valley didn't have the mod rating that he thought it deserved. Well, if it was released for console, I can guarantee it would be a 4.5 stars. The exact same map, no changes to it. Just the fact that it was on console, it would bump that rating to 4.5 stars. think it's at like 3.8 right now or something, 3.2. Well, I'll give you my perspective on that. Is one, I don't have any concept or any capabilities of modding myself. So, but I do acknowledge and understand that modding in general is a fair bit of proper modding. Takes a fair bit of skill and knowledge and time investment. So there's some acknowledgement that I like to give, like, okay, I know this guy probably worked on this, hopefully, for a fair bit of time. I don't want to rip it completely to shreds, even if it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. Because I'm sure the guy worked on it as best he could. But when there's pretty blatant, glaring problems, like for example, there's a round baler in the mod hub that when you connect it, you see the PTO, it's hooked up. There's a round baler in the mod hub that when you connect the PTO, it's still just, well, when you connect the implement, the PTO is just still dangling down there off to the side. Like a shy little schoolboy that can't perform. So how did that get past Giants testing, for one? All you gotta do is hook it up and boom. You can see the PTO's not hooked up. So Goldcrest Valley, there's a cell point that is completely no way usable. There are floating triggers all over the place. I mean, I accidentally found the floating triggers because I had this activated. The digester at the BGA is completely missing. Its collisions are there, but the visual model isn't. The map may be technically fine when they run it through their little scripting checks. And I've seen comments of folks not able to plow all the fields, not able to harvest all the fields because I guess they get the whatever, you know, either the crop just doesn't harvest or they get the, you don't own the land in the middle of the field. Like this one. Most of the coon stuff doesn't have hose connections. But there's hoses hooking down there to that manifold. Nothing connected that manifold to anything. Or is the manifold being driven by the PTO? I mean, how did I feel that a lot of the problems with Goldcrest Valley should have been found and should have been fixed before it was ever submitted to Giants. It's as if the people that did that map never even play tested it. They certainly never tried to sell anything at that one sell point. You know, no map is perfect. That's for sure. I certainly could not have done a better job. I certainly could have done a worse job. So there was that. But it just seems that folks aren't taking pride in their own work. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Why is this thing not merging? Alright, so that's good enough. We'll drive this back to the shop. We'll get the baler. Oh man. Not conducive to getting out with a big piece of machinery. Hey Paul, what's up? Yeah, we're kind of in overtime with the stream. Trying to get basically this field mowed and windrowed, so then we'll come back on Thursday. We'll be baling it and wrapping it. Oh, okay, go on, cement truck. Hey, hey, hey. You're the idiot that can't drive. Make me go through the hedges. I mean, I'd say so. Back to mod ratings. I would be willing to bet that most of you are PC players. Most of you probably don't rate mods that you download from the Mod Hub with any regularity. Probably because you're not going to the in-game Mod Hub and downloading them. You're downloading them from the website and then putting them in your mod folder. And since they changed how you rate mods, you can only rate them in the in-game Mod Hub. Going to the in-game Mod Hub just for the purpose of rating the mod is an extra step that you probably really don't think too much about. But proportionally, I would say that console players typically are going to be rating mods on a higher frequency than PC players, because the fact that they're already in the in-game Mod Hub in order to get the mod, they'll just slap a rating on it right then and there before they even load it up. Again, just my thought. Here we got another Coon piece of equipment. No hoses. Alright guys, that's where we're going to leave it. When we come back on Thursday, we will be baling up that field. We'll then wrap it, and we'll use this auto stack to take them down to the horse farm and sell them, and then we're going to obviously keep whatever extra bales we have. So then when they ferment, we can sell them for some good cash also. So until next time, guys, happy farming.